Hello everybody, with you Moment, and this is Dr. Salman channel. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button if you like the video. In today's lesson, we're going to speak about growth hormone. If you think that growth hormone only beneficial or only useful for people who's doing exercise or athletes, let me tell you that growth hormone is important for everybody, especially for ladies, because it's very helpful for skin and hair and nails. Also, it helps to strengthen bones and tendons and joints. Also, it have a good impact in cognitive function and fat burning as well. What is growth hormone? What's the habit we can do it and it helps for boosting growth hormone, and what's the supplements we can use it and it will help to boost growth hormone? All this will come in this episode. Are you ready? Let's start.
Everything changes.
Welcome again. If you think that growth hormone stops after 20, let me tell you that growth hormone drops but not totally stops. It will be secreted whole your lifetime, but not at the same levels, of course. Growth hormone, one of the most important hormones that are secreted by our body. It is secreted by the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland. Its highest rates during childhood and teenage. After that, it drops but not totally stop. But many things have an impact on growth hormone levels negatively and positively, and that's what we're gonna know today. In teenage and childhood, the main role of growth hormone is growth. After that, it takes the function of synthesis and reserve of protein. What's the type of protein in our body that growth hormone help in synthesis and reserve of it? Number one is skeletal muscles. Number two is skin and hair and nails and tendons and joints. That's why it helps to reduce the symptoms of aging. Also, from its functions, the renewal and reproduction of cells. That's why it's important for athletes, especially who have injuries. One important thing, increasing the growth hormone for ladies doesn't mean they will develop big muscles, because there is another hormone responsible for growing the muscles, which is testosterone, and it's much higher in men if compared to women. So what is the most beneficial and easy things we can do it and we can boost our growth hormone? That's what we are going to say after 1 second from now. It's important to tell you that all the trials and information included in this video will be in the description section below the video, if someone wants to know more information. The first thing that will help to boost the growth hormone is fat loss, especially from abdominal area. One study have been done. It shows that the people who have fat in their abdominal area have less growth hormone levels compared to people with healthy weights. In some cases, it reaches half levels compared to other people. Another study have been done for the same people, and they check the HGH levels before and after losing. They find that it doubles and sometimes triples its levels before losing the weight. Number two of the things that affect growth hormone is eating carbohydrates and refined sugar. When eating carbohydrates, we increase insulin levels. Insulin is one of the most things that affect growth hormone negatively and suppresses its production. When insulin levels is high, growth hormone levels down, and the opposite, when insulin levels are down, growth hormone levels will be high. So as possible, try to reduce the things that spikes insulin levels in our body, which is carbohydrate and refined sugars. It's also important to mention that taking one meal or one snack with high carb are not the same as taking whole the day with snacks with full or high carbohydrate or high sugar. So take care. Everything you are eating affect your health, affect your hormones, affect your body, its shape and its composition. Number three of the things that affecting growth hormone is intermittent fasting. In this case, intermittent fasting affects growth hormone positively. So first, what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and periods of eating. It doesn't specify which food you need to eat, rather when you should eat it. Common intermittent fasting methods include 16-hour daily fasting and 8 hours eating window, and some have 18 hours fasting and 6-hour eating window. Most of trials shows a great impact of intermittent fasting on the growth hormone. One trial shows that fasting for 3 days only increases HGH levels by 300%. Another trial shows that fasting for complete 7 days increases HGH levels by 1250%. Yes, 1250% means HGH levels increase by 12.5 times which was before. Fasting acting by two mechanisms. Number one, it will reduce fat, and this will help to boost growth hormone. Number two, it will keep insulin levels whole the day down, and that, as we mentioned before, it will help to increase the growth hormone. Another trial have been done to monitor the growth hormone levels for people during fasting and eating days, and that trial results in the growth hormone levels in fasting days are sometimes triple its levels in normal or non-fasting days. Number 4, and one of the most important things that affect growth hormone, is having adequate sleep. Because most of hormones are secreted during sleeping, if you don't have proper sleep, most of hormones will be interrupted. Many studies find a big relation between having adequate sleep and secretion of hormones. And that explains why when you don't have enough sleep, your mood will not be good. So try to take 7 to 9 proper quiet sleep every night. The next thing is related to food and sleep in the same time. It is food before bed. As we just explained, that secretion of hormones usually done during sleeping. But having food, this increases insulin levels, especially if you take high carbohydrate foods. And insulin, as we explained, it regulates HGH levels. So if you eat before sleep, this will affect or interrupt the secretion of growth hormone during your sleeping. Insulin levels will be high from 2 to 3 hours. So it's better to finish your last meal 2 to 3 hours before bed. By this way, there will be no effect of food or insulin on the levels of GH secretion during your sleeping. Number 6 is extensive exercise. One of the most important things that help to boost your growth hormone is extensive exercise or hard exercise. And as harder is your exercise, the higher HGH levels will be. There is one exercise that have been proven that increase your growth hormone by 700%, which is sprinting. Also some exercises like deadlifts and squats also beneficial for supporting or secretion of growth hormone and other hormones like testosterone. And now we come to a point which I like it too much, and many of you, which is the supplements that boost growth hormone. Dietary supplements that boosting growth hormone. Number 1 of the supplements will be L-arginine. I like L-arginine. If you see my videos, you'll know that L-arginine is very beneficial. That's why I like it too much. I call it super L-arginine actually. There's something strange with L-arginine. If you take L-arginine and you don't do exercise, your HGH levels will increase. The more strange, it will be increased more than even if you do exercise. The dose of L-arginine is from 100 mg to 250 mg for each kg of your weight. Means if you are 75 kg, you need from 7.5 until 18 gram daily of L-arginine. Note that small doses of L-arginine doesn't give even small results. Number 2 of the things that boost growth hormone is beta-alanine, and you must take it 30 minutes before your exercise. There was a trial that shows that taking 4.8 mg beta-alanine that helps to increase the efficiency of the exercise and also help to boost HGH levels. Number 3 of the things that boosting growth hormone is GABA supplement. GABA is widely famous as a relaxant, and it helps to balance your mood and also aid for sleep. Also it have a good effect in boosting growth hormone. GABA helps to increase growth hormone by 400% in rest days and by 200% in workout days. Number 2 of the things that boosting growth hormone is carbohydrate and proteins. I just told you that carbohydrate reduces growth hormone, but if you take it during exercise or after exercise, it will help you to boost growth hormone. Note before, one trial have been done shows consuming 28 grams of protein 30 minutes before exercise affects both testosterone and growth hormone negatively. So as we mentioned, you need to take protein during or after you exercise, not before it. Number 5 of the supplements that help for growth hormone supporting is melatonin. Many people know that melatonin or think that melatonin help for increasing lifetime, and that's wrong actually. It helps to reduce the symptoms of aging, but people still thinking in that and buying melatonin for that purpose. Also melatonin is very beneficial for sleeping and relaxing, and both of these things help for supporting growth hormone. We take long time, let's brief the rest of the supplements. Number 1 will be glutamine. 2 grams of it raises growth hormone by 78%. Trials will be in the below section, don't forget. Number 2 will be creatine. 20 grams of it can raise growth hormone from 2 to 6 hours. Number 3 is ornithine. If you take it 30 minutes before your exercise, it will help you to boost your growth hormone. Number 4, L-DOPA. People with Parkinson's disease, they were giving a dose of 500 mg of L-DOPA, and that was result in increasing their growth hormone levels for at least 2 hours because of using this supplement. Number 5 is glycine supplement. Glycine is known as its help to increase the exercise performance. Also, it was linked to boost growth hormone levels. And we reach the end of our video today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you forget it, I will be so sorry because I become very tired in shooting this video today. Okay, see you later. Goodbye. Come on.